When Eric Wambui announces he will escort the family of the late Nderitu Gachagua to State House Nairobi over an inheritance dispute involving Rigathi Gachagua, Kenyan politics immediately stops being a courtroom matter and becomes a village succession meeting that somehow relocated to the president's compound. I want us to unpack this moment with practical wisdom and some bit of humor. You see, traditionally, inheritance disputes are settled under a tree by elders drinking tea, and occasionally with raised eyebrows from aunties. But when the dispute is now being escorted to State House, it means the issue has moved from family compound level to national political theater level. Because elders were right when they said that when a domestic quarrel reaches the marketplace, it stops being private. This is like two siblings arguing over who owns the father's bicycle. Then suddenly the head teacher is called to intervene. At that point, the bicycle is no longer just a bicycle. It is now a national transport policy discussion. Escorting a family to State House is political symbolism, not just transport logistics. You see, no MP simply wakes up and says, let me take a family to State House for tea and inheritance discussion. In Kenyan politics, movement to State House signals a number of things. It signals legitimacy seeking. It signals influence alignment. It signals political messaging and sometimes strategic positioning. Because elders were right when they said that the child who walks with the chief is not lost. This move quietly tells observers someone powerful is listening. The timing matters more than the inheritance itself. You see, inheritance disputes in African families can last longer than drought seasons. But when such disputes suddenly appear in national headlines, analysts begin sharpening their political pencils. Because elders say, when drums start beating at noon, something unusual is happening. If your cousin refuses to share land quietly for 10 years, but suddenly calls a press conference this week, it is no longer about land alone. It is about strategy. This is also a textbook case of political chess disguised as family counseling. You see, Kenyan politics has a unique tradition. Family disputes sometimes become political statements wearing domestic clothes. Escorting a family to State House sends signals like alliance shifting, signals like influence being contested, signals like narratives being shaped, signals like loyalty being tested. Because elders were right when they said that the stick used to chase a snake is never ordinary. The action looks simple, but the intention is sophisticated. The family dispute narrative is powerful in African political storytelling. In African societies, family legitimacy equals moral authority. So whoever appears closer to elders, whoever appears closer to widows, whoever appears closer to children, or original family history often gains emotional advantage in public perception. During village meetings, the person sitting closest to grandmother automatically sounds more convincing even before speaking. Because elders were right when they said that he who carries the elders carries the story. But why State House specifically? Because symbolism travels faster than facts. State House is not just a building. State House represents national authority. It represents recognition. It represents attention and political gravity. So when a dispute moves there, the message quietly becomes this matter is no longer local. Because the elders were right when they said that when the king listens, the village keeps quiet. Everyone starts paying attention. Even those who are pretending not to know the family tree suddenly become historians overnight. But what is the deeper political lesson hidden in this particular story? You see, Kenyan politics often teaches one thing clearly. There are no small events, only events whose meanings have not yet been discovered. This move suggests influence battles are ongoing, alliances are being negotiated, narratives are being shaped before 2027, and political rivals are quietly changing direction. Because the elders were right when they said that when elephants fight, the grass watches carefully. And sometimes the grass also starts choosing which elephant to grow under. You see, taking a family inheritance dispute to State House is like taking a chicken disagreement to the chief's parade ground. It may begin as a family issue, but once politics escorts it in a government vehicle, it becomes national theater with subtitles coming soon. My name is Biketi. If it's your first time here, remember to follow this channel and to subscribe for more political analysis.